everyone, it is Alchemy-Chan, and welcome back to the Alchemy-Chan Show podcast. And today we are here with our co-host for her very first podcast. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm MegaByteMegan. I'm a variety streamer. I play lots of FPS and platformer games, and recently I've been dabbling into, Marvel Rivals, Heartopia. We got so many games we've been playing. Hollow Knight has been another one, so yeah, I'm really excited.
Yep. So that is our co-host Megan, MegaMan. Oh my gosh, I almost called you Mega Man. MegaByteMegan. Like I said, we are here today to do the second episode of the Alchemy-Chan Show. But before that, we got some house rules to go down, and now I'm trying to get along with the house rules new house rules now that I have a co-host. So I'm going to start off with her just to be generous. I will link all her stuff, all her socials and her YouTube down in the description so you can follow our co-host and show some love over there, because it's not just about me now, it's about us. So
Right.
please definitely go check her out. I think I've been watching your stuff for like a year, maybe 2 years, but I don't think I reached out because I was like, man, I don't know. It seems like she's better than me. I was like, I'm just a low rank. I don't know.
You're just starting off. You got time.
Yeah, I'm just like, man. All right, let me actually just do this and that. I randomly was just like, all right, let me just hit her up, see if she wants to do this podcast, because I'm looking for a co-host. I like her energy. Let's see if I can just bring her on. And yeah, so rest is history. And while we're doing the house rules here, we are going to talk about my channel. Guys, y'all have been doing very well as far as support on my channel. I appreciate it. First episode, the first episode podcast should have been a little bit stronger, but it's all right. It's okay. I believe everybody had, stuff to do, no pressure. But yes, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so you guys always know when I upload anything else besides the podcast or the podcast episodes or the podcast clips. And that is just in case if you guys missed a full episode, you just want to catch on to the clips, I will upload those as well. So we have I guess a light episode today. I'm not too sure. Depends on how much we talk about stuff today. But I do want to talk about, first off, I do want to go through something that you brought to my attention. I really didn't know about it that much. But it's a game right here called Heartopia. And like she said, she's been doing content. She's been streaming it. So she told me about it. I looked into it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. But it looks interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It looks interesting. I think it's an indie studio, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm also for supporting indie studios. Because these triple A studios are garbage, booty cheeks. But I'm gonna let her take the reins and talk about Heartopia for a little bit, and then we'll get into the conversations about indie games in general and how they've been taking over the landscape of gaming as a whole. So, MegaByte, why don't you take it away?
So I recently played Heartopia for the first time. I'm actually in the Indie Game Collaborative group, and they were telling me about Heartopia. So I'm like, okay, I'll play along. 1 ear goes on to the next. I started playing it. Immediately, I was reminded of Animal Crossing, but the exception is you don't have to worry about greedy Tom Nook taking all of your money for no freaking reason. I hate that freaking raccoon.
Yo, fuck Tom Nook.
But yeah, my experience on there. Yes, he is so greedy. I literally, it's a way I want to restart my island on there, but I can't because he costs so much money. I'm like, forget it.
He's trash.
But yeah, when I first started playing Heartopia, yeah, he is. They need to add him out the game or something.
Oh, for real. But I know he's super popular, so they will never do that, unfortunately.
Not at all. He's popular for the memes, for real.
Yeah, literally.
but like the customization of Heartopia, I thought was gonna be on that customization for hours, but surprisingly, it took me like maybe 10-15 minutes max. But I just noticed this with the customization of my character today when I hop back on. My eyebrows are blonde. I'm like, wait, when did my character's eyebrows were blonde? I could have swore I clicked black. But yeah, the customization was like really simple. The tutorial is simple. And I feel like the funniest part that happened with me with Heartopia is that as we were doing the tutorial, I thought that the person that was framing me was a bot, so I was like following them around, stuff like that, because I thought they was part of the tutorial. And then my chat had told me like, no, that's a real person. I'm like, what? Mind you, I almost raw with this person's car and everything.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was so cute because like we had held hands and walked across the street and whatnot. It was fun.
So I have a question. Is it, because I know like Disney, what is that called? Disney Dreamlight Valley or something like that? I know that's really popular and that's like popping off. Is it similar, or is there like, does Heartopia have like something like that would compete against Disney's Dreamlight Valley?
So from what I've seen of Disney, I haven't like watched too much. I haven't played the game, only watched like a few people play it. It looks a little bit similar, but it's like still different in a way, because like with Disney you're interacting with more NPCs, whereas to like Heartopia you can get like more not hands-on, but like more interactive with other players. At least that's what I think. You might be able to play with other players on Disney.
Okay, because I know like both of them are like kind of like the same type of feel, so that's why I was kind of like curious. But like I said, it's not my thing, but I like that there's a space for it, I like that there's something for people to play other than Sims and Disney Dreamlight Valley. But you can chop trees in here. Like, what is going? I'm looking at the pictures. I'm sorry at the same time.
It's like a PC Animal Crossing, but yeah, you can chop trees, you can fish. Something I wouldn't say I hate about the fishing aspect of it, but like what irritated me was when I was trying to fish, and the fish will purposely like swim out the way, and it does that with Animal Crossing too. But like these fish really take longer to catch, and you have to make sure, of course, you don't break the not break the rod, but make sure you don't lose your catch.
Okay, so them fish is not trying to get caught. They like the fishes at the end of what was that? Finding Nemo. When they're trying to swim down and not get caught in the net.
Not get caught.
Okay. I mean, like I said, it looks cool. If y'all interested, go check it out. It looks very interesting to me. I not interesting to me, but like interesting for the landscape of that type of genre of games. It kind of reminds me of I don't know if you ever heard Go Vacation on the Wii.
No, I actually have not heard that.
Oh, Go Vacation was lit. I remember I was like, I had to be like 14, and I begged my dad for it because I wanted it so badly. Basically, like you would go around like the island and basically complete like activities, and they'll give you like badges and stuff like that. But it was like completely free roam. And they had like little different mini games across the map and stuff like that. They had like the beach island, the snow island, the city, and then they had the mountain. So they had like all different stuff, but the art style kind of reminds me of Go Vacation, of what Heartopia was going for. But yeah, so when's the next time you're streaming it?
Ooh, probably like on Wednesday, because I have a few people that I do plan on playing Heartopia with. And actually, when I was trying to play Heartopia for the first time with my other friend, I don't know, I think it was Steam, but Steam was being a hair and we weren't able to play it. So definitely next week, me and my friends, we do plan on getting together and play it. And then with the style of Heartopia, I don't know why, but it gave me a little bit of Pokemon Go vibes. I don't know if you remember that game where you would be on your phone and you would like travel. Like the art style of it.
Oh, we all remember Pokemon Go. That was like the closest we had to like a great civilization. Everybody was playing Pokemon Go. You see two people that hate each other, now they're talking to each other, they're friends because they want to catch a Snorlax.
Right.
Like everybody was playing Pokemon Go. But yeah, I see what you mean. I definitely get that kind of like vibe. Looking for the previews, it kind of gives that vibe off, that like that Pokemon Go vibe. The art style is Pokemon Go a little bit too. Very Pokemon-y. But yeah, if you guys are interested, she's will, stream. Sorry, I'm looking at the pictures as well at the same time. I get distracted, guys. Y'all know that. She will be streaming it Wednesday, which is, what is that? That is the 18th. Yep. So at the time of this recording, happy Valentine's Day, guys. My fault. At the time of this recording, this game, y'all, I'm tired, I'm tired. This episode comes out on Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. Make sure y'all don't, mess up and give the side hoe the gift that you're supposed to give the main hoe. Be smart about it. If you're gonna be dumb, be smart. But in all seriousness, don't get caught. But in all seriousness, no, honestly, be with your loved ones. Valentine's Day is not also about, just relationships. It's about family, or, if you have a pet or whatever, utilize it to your best advantage. Anyway, moving on. I do want to talk about indie games as a whole. I want to talk about indie games as a whole right now. Give me a second. I'm trying to fix something here.
Right, no worries.
Okay. I do want to talk about indie games as a whole. And how that just, this whole landscape has really been changing it up. I will say, like, when it comes to, I guess, AAA studios, I just messed it up again. It's one of those days. Guys.
It's okay, I get it.
One of those days. There we go. When it comes to AAA gaming as a whole, like, we'll talk about this person very quickly. Ubisoft. It's all about money. It's always been about money. I mean, to be fair, the gaming industry is, like, I think what the now highest grossing entertainment thing that's going on right now. I think it's like, it even beat movies. I think it's made so much money, and that's only because of what, I wouldn't say Fortnite did it, but it revolutionized on how the gaming industry can make music with loot boxes and microtransactions and stuff like that. The reason why I say that is because I feel like indie games are the antithesis of that. Now, some of them can do the same as that thing, but I feel like a lot of them are mainly an art form. Some of them have a story to tell. Some of them have a cute or, very colorful art style that attracts to certain players. And I think that's kind of like, okay, I will say, like, Expedition 33. When that game came out, that's an indie title. It's full of independent gamers, independent developers, I should say, and won Game of the Year. So that kind of, like, put it in my headspace, like, what else can indie games do, and what else can they achieve? Like, I saw the behind the scenes footage of, like, them filming the cutscenes for Expedition 33, and they used, like, iPhones. They recorded scenes with iPhones and did, like, the what is that called, for face tracking.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, like, I can't get into my head right now, but they basically used iPhones. There wasn't no fancy smancy camera, and you see those cutscenes are, like, really, really done well. So I just feel like indie games are on the up and up. It doesn't matter, like, how much of a budget you have. It's more so of what you can achieve and what willpower you have. So it's pretty dangerous for these big companies, and I feel like they're going to try to follow suit, but the way that their mindset is, they're going to fall flat on what they, on what they're trying to achieve, that these little little more smaller studios are achieving at this moment. But what are your thoughts on that?
I am glad that, like, indie games are on a rise, because, like, something that big companies fail to realize, we get tired of playing the same game over and over again with a different title. Right, it's the same game. We want different variety. We want more original content. And with any games, although they don't have like a humongous budget, they make the game work to where it's different than the usual. And yeah, you can be like more entertained with the game and have more fun as well. And I think
Yeah.
the big corporate companies are getting scared of that because you don't have to rely on big companies to make your dreams come true. Like, you don't have to go that famous route everybody says. Now you can make stuff up on your own. Now you can go online and build a team online through social
Yep.
media. Like, the big companies, they view indie games as a threat.
Yep. And I think that's why, like, I will say, like, as far as Expedition 33, I do think it deserves the praise and the awards and everything. Because it's astonishing. It's again, I've never played Expedition 33, not even a lick, but I've seen gameplay. I've seen what they achieved with very little, and just looking at it from afar, I'm very amazed at what they accomplished. But I will say there is some glazing. There is some heavy glazing with this game. Like, there's comments of like, oh look, other games are doing this in Expedition 33. They changed the game. No. Let's not do that. Like, we are not going to say that they change RPG like games at all.
Yeah, no.
Like, these comments have been like, I don't know what that is or why that's been going on, but heavy glazing. It deserves accolades and whatnot, but come on. But yeah, like I said, to piggyback off what you were saying, these companies are scared of that. They see a threat because they see that you can do whatever you need to do very, very, very on a smaller budget, and go ahead.
Oh, you good. I was gonna say, and you don't have to wait for them to greenlight you, because like a lot of companies, they'll like collaborate with somebody who has an indie game, and then they'll have to wait. The indie game, they will have to wait for the big company to give them the green light so their game can be released. Nobody has time for that. By the time they ever greenlight your game, you'll be dead. So, yeah, at least they can go their own route without having to rely on other people.
Right, and I'm glad you said something about greenlight. That gets me on the topic. I mean, I also just want to squeeze this game in because I want an excuse to talk about it. Crimson Desert.
Oh, that game. Okay.
Yo, honestly, I'm super excited for this game. I'm trying to like keep myself at a anchored, because we know when we get hype, we get over expectations, and then the game comes out. Cyberpunk 2027. I'm a 2077. You know, I don't want that again. Oh, you are going out like crazy. Continue what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Hey, what was this?
I don't know. It said I mentioned Cyberpunk, and then you said something.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I think the problem is with Cyberpunk, what happened, it had a lot of glitches and stuff like that, and then probably by the time they got done with all the glitches, a lot of people didn't want to play it as much.
My whole thing with Cyberpunk is that I saw what I saw, and so people still have not learned because they're doing it with GTA 6. What I saw was people pressuring them. I mean, but Rockstar is going to release when they want to release. They're not that, you know, they got willpower. They don't really care. But with CD Projekt Red, they saw that they were getting pressured to release this game, knowing that it wasn't optimized the way that it should be. And then they released it. Now, the same people who begged them and wanted this game out is talking shit on a game that they pressured exactly to be out. But the reason I say that is Crimson Desert is the game where it's like, what, like, there's this picture right here. It says like, what is this game? Like, and looking at it, you don't know what the fuck this game is. It's like,
I'm looking. It's looking like an RPG,
and it's not.
MMO.
So that's how it started off. It started off being a MMO, but they changed it from an MMO to an action, like kind of like action adventure game. But they still have like slight RPG elements in there. They don't want to call it RPG because with that comes like, you know, oh, this is not
Yeah.
RPG enough, and so it's a wacky game. Like, there's so much going on, and there's so much you can do, and I feel like that's only because the studio that's making it, these developers have ideas, and they go to their heads, and they're like, hey, like, I want to put this in here. We're gonna put wrestling moves like in our combat just because we want to, and then their manager, their lead is probably just like, fuck it, why not? People will love it.
Yeah.
And that's literally what this game is. It's just an accumulation of people, of the lead just saying like, yeah, go ahead, put that in the game. And you got mechs, you got dragons, you can fly, you can do like Zelda puzzles, and it's a whole bunch of stuff. So that's what I thought when you said, you know, green light, and like these companies not letting. I think that's why Assassin's Creed Shadows failed. You know, they had let this great franchise, wonderful franchise, fall apart because they were too restrictive on what can be in the game and what cannot be in the game. And we can talk about AC Shadows animations. It went downhill from other previous games, whatever. I'm not even going to talk about Assassin's Creed that much. That's a further episode we got to get into. But yeah, I do believe that, you know, Pearl Abyss, are they an independent studio? Let me see.
Like I heard about Assassin's Creed. I just never really got into it. But another game I did play, since we're on the topic of like games and a little bit of everything into it, Highguard is like a free to play game. It had like a lot of like mixed reviews. When I played it, I was a bit confused because I was like, what is this game? I didn't know if it was like some type of RPG, MMO, a fighting game. It looked like it just had a mixture of everything, but it's like it still has potential.
Highguard. Highguard. Oh god, here we go talking about Highguard again. So, Highguard to me is Pride Before the Fall, and heavy on it. These, you know, Apex Legend devs thought they can do the same thing, and because they had that credibility of making Apex, they thought they can come in and do Highguard and be like, we don't need to explain nothing. We're just going to release a game without even really talking about it. But wait, we'll talk about it when the game's already out and people are already playing it.
Where's the promotion, you know?
Right. But then again, even in their first promotion, they were talking about, well, this is the next evolution of the hero shooter. And I'm just like, this is the same shit I've been playing for multiple games. There's really nothing different. You know, I played it for about, I want to say a good 25 minutes, maybe. And I did have fun to a degree. I did have fun. I'm just not a heavy multiplayer person anymore. It's kind of why I kind of like just shied away from it. But yeah. And did you hear what the dev said recently?
Wait, what did the dev say?
He basically said that that the downfall of the game is because of the critics and the gamers. So because of us, that's why the game failed.
Nah. Y'all ain't promote the game enough.
Yep.
The game has its flaws.
Yep.
I didn't know what game I was playing when I was playing Highguard. I play a game, and I've tried to really give that game a bit of doubt. I played it for like an hour and a half. And I was like, you know what? I can't pretend to continue that, like, to pretend like I like the game. I'm like, the game has its ups and downs, but I couldn't continue to play it on stream. I had to play something else. And like, I think what irritated me a bit too with Highguard was like the gems. You had to time your hits right. Yes. And I'm like, okay, I'm playing Minecraft now.
Right?
Like,
no,
I was just so lost.
I felt like that. I felt like it was like some like Minecraft thing, and I'm just like, bro, I don't have time. Like, just let me break it, move on, go to the next spot.
Yeah.
Like, it was just too much. I think they had a good idea. The execution was terrible.
The execution
from
was
the
terrible.
announcement to the promo to the release, to the game fundamentals, it was just lackluster. And they laid off their employees, some of the devs. So there's a huge massive layoff, unfortunately. But I don't know. I don't know. Will this be the end of the free-to-play model? Who knows? We'll probably see one next month come out or announced, and then people will still play them. But I'm hoping that we get more indies that are like heavy hitters in the mainstream that are an art form, because I feel like art and gaming has been lost. It's all about money, and I get it. You're a company, you have to make money, but you know,
like, where's the fun in that if you just focus on making money? At that point, it's just a regular 9 to 5.
Literally, you went into that, and I'm not saying like game development's easy. It's not. It's stressful, but there's fun to it. It's something that you put your heart and soul into. That hasn't been a thing since I think, I want to say since the PS4 days, the PS4 and the Xbox One days.
I feel more so like the PS3 days for me. Like, even PS4 have a few fun games, but like more so PS3.
Yeah, I will agree with you on that. I will, because before I said PS4, I was about to say the 360 PS3 days. I was about to say that, but then I thought about like just games like, for me personally, like Spider-Man, PS4, Infamous, Arkham Knight. What was that one game? Oh my god, I forgot what it was called, but it was like a place, like a PS Store exclusive. What was it called? Oh my god, what was it called? Flower.
I don't know.
Oh shoot.
Maybe you want to pull it up.
Yeah, Flower for the PS4. That game, like, that was an art form. That was art in a game. Literally. So stuff like that where we don't really see that anymore. I think the closest I got to like a game showing heart and soul recently was Astrobot for the PS5.
Oh yeah. Definitely Astro.
That was it. And I haven't seen games like that in a long time. Especially this current generation of gaming, which is a nice little cool little segue to my next point. The current state of gaming didn't happen. I'll let you start off this one. Did you feel like the current generation of gaming, do you feel like it's still happening, or do you feel like it's already over, or do you feel like it never even started?
Well, I still feel like we have like hope still for a first generation of gaming.
I feel like, let me take my drink real quick.
But since we're on the topic of like games and stuff like that, I think the game people are looking forward to the most will be like Marvel Wolverine. I know they were talking about that for a while, but it did get like delayed.
Yeah, I think they delayed that game because they got scared. I think it was supposed to come out like in like October, November-ish. But since
last year, I believe.
Huh?
I think it was supposed to come out like last year, the year before last.
Oh, really? Oh, you're right. It was because GTA 6 was supposed to come out around that time. And they got really, really scared. And then they saw that GTA pushed for May. And then they were like, oh, but we can still have time to push for 2026. And that game can be that now. This game can come out later on. In which I think that I always believed that there would be a game that would be like, yo, this is next gen gaming. Each console, like, I think the one game that proved that for me was Infamous Second Son on the PS4.
Oh, that was a good game.
That proved to me, I was like, yo, this is not PS3. This is a PS4 game. I feel like that. When we got to PS5, I was more so like, okay, Miles Morales came out, and it doesn't feel like memorable. It doesn't feel anything because it was held back by the PS4 because they both sold it on PS4 and PS5 day one.
Mm-hmm.
So it couldn't really do the crazy things. And like I've been recently playing through Miles Morales again, and have been recently playing through Spider-Man 2, and playing those two differences between the two. You can tell like they were Spider-Man 2 was for the PS5, but Miles Morales was for PS4, PS5. And I wish they kind of committed and was just like, hey, Spider-Man Miles Morales is just PS5. I think that would have been a good way to start the current generation, but we didn't get that with that game. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like this current generation of gaming has been stuck.
Like even with Cyberpunk, like Cyberpunk had no business being a PS4 game. That game should have just been on PS5 too.
Yeah, that should have just been a straight PS5 or PC game. I think a lot of PS4, and like I said, I recently made a video talking about Sony sending out messages on people's PS4s saying to upgrade.
If you got a PS4, upgrade, because that's gonna be a wrap for you.
Y'all don't.
They're ending up online. But this is my thing though with Sony. I feel like with Sony, like, why can't y'all just wait until 2030 to give us a PS6? Because, like, I know because of the RAM and stuff like that, y'all gonna make the console be at least $800 on the spot. And not to mention the fact y'all over here adding in AI to help people play the games, which is what I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of generative AI. Y'all gonna make it play a game for us when we can just pull up a YouTube video? Like, I don't like that.
Here's my thing, and this is not like me supporting AI. I don't. My thing is, I do not have an issue with that AI helping them progress further in the game. Just take people's trophies away. Don't make them reap the benefits, the same benefits as people.
Yeah, that is true.
So you know what I mean? Like, don't take their trophies away. I think that would be a way to kind of have a duality with that, and I don't think people would be that mad about the AI helping them further progress in the game, which they already technically did this when the PS5 came out, because I think they, like, if you were like on a certain level, you go to the home screen, you can find like hints and stuff, and it'll tell you like, oh, do this and do blah blah whatever. I never use that feature because I play my fucking games. I play my fucking games. But yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned AI, because like the way that AI, that's the new thing. That's the new biggest thing right now in gaming. Where back then we were, I think like the start of the PS5 and Xbox Series X, we were really, really obsessed with like ray tracing. And like, oh, look at the reflections and da-da-da-da-da, which people who already had that in PC, whatever.
They were not impressed.
I wasn't impressed. Like, I thought it was cool at the time, but looking back on it, I was just like, okay, like, do I really need this? Like, I don't know. I'd rather just like a cool art style and just let it rock that way. I don't care much for ray tracing anymore. But yeah, I do think that like the current state of gaming will only get worse if they keep focusing on AI. If they keep focusing on that because it's the hottest new thing and they're going to make money off of it, it's going to be a downfall. You know?
Yeah, and then not to mention the fact that the data centers, they're literally eating up the RAM that we will need for like the PCs and for the PlayStation and stuff like that. So that's gonna make gaming even more expensive. Like even for example with GTA 6, there's a possibility that GTA 6 might be at least minimum $100.
Let me
that's
tell you something.
Including like
if GTA 6 is $100, I would say this on this episode right now. I will not buy GTA 6. I'm sorry. That's where I put my foot down. I'm not buying it. I'm not spending $100 on a game.
On one game. It's not on. And that's not even a premium edition. It's a regular GTA 6 game.
Mind you, they're going to try to get you to spend money on GTA 6 online. So, like...
Yeah, like...
You're just going to be spending money. So, no. Yeah, it's just... And then, oh, yeah, you said something about the additions. Don't get me started on that. editions, premium editions. Like, I was just thinking about like pre-ordering Forza Horizon 6. And I was just like really, really excited for them to bring back like actual progression in the game, and not just like you're awarded every car, blah blah blah, whatever. They're actually giving you progression. You have to rise up through the ranks to get to the point where you need to be. And the one thing I liked about that was that we haven't had that since Horizon 1. But then I go and look for the pre-order, and I'm like, oh, if I pre-order the premium edition, I get to play 5 days early. Shit, might as well just do that. But then I looked at the extra perks, and it kind of kills the progression because you get a wristband and then you get 2 other cars. So it kills It kills the reason why I was excited for the game. But this is what premium editions do. And then you're probably going to get people complaining like, oh, well, I just lost to this person because they had this car and I was already at this level, and then I was in this class, and then now they're in this class because they had this car because they bought the premium edition. But these companies are going to do that because they want their money.
Get the money.
It's sad. It's really sad. I just wish that, you know, I don't know. I wish I don't know.
I miss the days when we were growing up as kids and them games were like, what was it, $20-$30 for a game? And then the console themselves was only $100. Like, I want to go back to those days. And also go back to the days where they really cared about making video games, not just making it for a cash grab.
Yep. You get like very little specialty games that charged like maybe a cool $85. Like if you bought like Smash Bros on an N64, that was like a cool like $75, I think, because it was Smash Bros. It was the premium game on 64, or Super Mario 64 was, I think, around the same price tag back then. But that was rare, and Nintendo tried to do that slick shit with Mario Kart World, and we see how that backfired on them. But I will say prices are getting cheaper. I believe it was one game I was really excited for. Oh, Tomodachi Life. I think it was only going to be like now with like $50. Yeah. And I'm like,
not bad.
What? $50? Okay. And there was another game that I saw recently. It was like only like $60. Oh, Marvel Tokon Fighters is only going to be like $60. So we're getting back to that regular price moment, because I think they're realizing that they need people to buy these games, and they need people to buy these consoles, because shit ain't cheap for them.
Especially with the Switch, because like the Switch is the only company I know with like Nintendo that once they put a price for a game, there's no going down. That? Once you see that price, that's what it is.
Honestly, let me look this up. There was there was a picture I saw. Let me see if I can find this picture. I was recently trying to get a 3DS, like, because I was like, oh, I miss it or whatever. You know, I would love to get one. Take a guess. How much do you think it is?
I want to say $250. You said the DS?
3DS.
3DS. Okay. $250 to $300.
You right on the money. That's how much.
Oh.
Now, ask me how much a Switch, a regular Switch model, base Switch model, costs in this current year.
$499.
Nope.
Or $499, $399-ish.
$179.
Okay.
$179. Like,
am I thinking about the wrong Switch?
No, regular base model Switch. I'm really trying to find this picture.
No, I don't think I'm thinking about the wrong one.
I really cannot find this picture. But regardless, the Switch, I mean, the 3DS being like, I can look up 3DS on like GameStop or something like that, right? The 3DS being at $300 or like $259. If you get the 3DS XL, it is exactly $400. Why? Why?
That's too high.
It's insane. It's insane. But yeah, Nintendo never drops their prices, even on consoles. It's really sad.
Mm-mm.
I think even if you buy like a GameCube, like refurbished somewhere, it's like these places will sell it for like a cool
300.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah. Because I was gonna say like $230 or like $250 or something. And the games are still, well, you get like A Link Between Worlds at like $27, but if you buy like a Pokemon game, it's dead ass like $54. So it's a mess.
Well, this is like eBay, but on eBay I'm seeing like 133 to 231. So yeah, around that time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a mess, and I think that when did the PS5 come out? It was like 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
Launch date. Yeah, it was like 2020. When that came out, I remember I was excited. And do you remember the craziness around that console? Like everybody, like websites were crashing and people were scurrying. And I was one of those people. I'll take full responsibility. I was one of those people. I was on those websites trying to get one, and then I had to wait till Sony actually gave me an invitation. And then
me too.
You was one of those people.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a blessing.
It was. They called me at the right time too. But no, I was so tired. I couldn't even get no PS5. I had to wait. I felt like I had to get an invitation. Like, you're finally on the Cool Kids Club. Now come get your PS5. Like,
you felt included. You felt included. You was like, oh shit. Let me get in this. Let me get in the queue. Let me place my order. But shit. Now I just gotta wait till launch date. And I remember I kept tracking it. I remember it was like, oh, your PS5 is like, it just landed in LA. Oh, it's going to Jersey. I'm like, oh shit. Here we go. Like, I'm excited. And then about like 5-6 months after, I was like, this shit kind of ass. I was like, and not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. It just didn't. It didn't wow me the way I thought it would. You know. And I feel that same way with the Switch 2 currently.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't even hear a lot of people talking about the Switch 2. I feel like people are more hype about the original Switch than Switch 2.
I have a whole video that I'm working on, so I don't want to talk too much about the Switch 2, but I will say is that there are key titles that they needed to come out year one are missing. I mean, you had Donkey Kong Bonanza, you had Mario Kart World, but it's another Mario Kart game. You needed something to solidify why people are going to buy, the Switch 2. You had Breath of the Wild come out day one, and then you had Mario Odyssey come out later that year, Christmas time. Last year there was no Christmas title whatsoever. The closest thing you had was Kirby Air Riders, and that was it. But there wasn't, anything that made it a big name for it to be like, I gotta go grab me a Switch 2. I have to. Now me, personally, because I was in a rough time in my life, at that time, I needed the Switch 2. I just needed the Switch 2. I needed something to take my mind off a lot of stuff. So I went to my GameStop. I went up there 9 o'clock in the morning. I waited in line, got my voucher, paid for it, came back that night, and got my Switch 2. But as of this recording, I think the only thing that came out was Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Metroid Prime 4, Kirby Air Riders, and now Mario Tennis Fever. That's nothing really to like.
That's 5 games. Like, that's like nothing to really like work with.
Right. It's 5 games, and all of them are still criticized. Like, Donkey Kong Bonanza, not that much criticized. But Mario Kart World, heavily criticized. Metro Prime 4, low, like, abysmally like criticized like by everyone, and it's so criticized by me looking from afar. I didn't even purchase it. I didn't even want to play it because fuck no. And Kirby Air Riders, I don't think everybody just kind of like not forgot about it, but Kirby Air Riders is like a niche fan base, so
Yeah.
that wasn't going to move consoles. You needed a Mario game, a 3D Mario game. That would have made them a lot of money. I don't want to talk too much about Nintendo. I got a whole video about that. But yeah, I just you mentioned something earlier before. You said something about making games just to make games, and I had that feeling not too long ago when I was playing. I think it was Ghost of Yote, and I didn't feel. I'm not saying like that was a cash grab, but it didn't feel like whimsical or like spectacle to me, if that makes sense. It didn't feel like the spectacle that gaming was. Like when you look back at, and it might just be nostalgia. I don't know. When I look back at like Luigi's Mansion back then, or Twisted Metal, or you look at what's another, Resident Evil 4. Like when you look at those games, like you're just looking at it like this was an art, and this is what they were making because they wanted to, and they had like the heart to make it. They put their soul into it, and I don't get that. I don't get that with games. So I think you were very right, saying that they're making games just to make games. They're making games to make a deadline to please those shareholders nowadays. And it kind of reminds me of Ready Player One. How like that company took over. If you haven't read Ready Player One, guys, like please go read that book and watch the movie if you
the movie was good,
or if you're uneducated or you just have a problem with reading. I'm sorry. The movie was really good. There's a movie about it. There's a lot of references to different video games and whatnot, but essentially that story was about a man creating games because it was an escape for him. He loved it, and a big bad company took over once he sold it to them because he just wanted to find a different purpose in life, and that same company is just running it just because they're gaining their money. So I feel like that's what a lot of stuff is going on with gaming nowadays. It's just money. It's just money, and it's sad to see. But that's our take. That's our take on current gaming right now. Moving on. Last topic for today is a big one. I should have talked about it in the first episode, but we just had so much news going on. And that is GTA 6. I haven't talked about it yet. I really have not, and I really should have. But I made that statement about it being $100, and we joked about it, but it's a very real thing that could possibly happen because they see where the economy is going, and they know how much people want this game. They can easily push that. They can easily push and be like, hey, it's $100 for just a base, and then you got $150 for the premium, and then you got like $189 or something, $189.99 for like the other version. You get like the Rockstar edition, you get like the map, and you get like this cool pin or whatever, just dumb shit. And I just feel like that's it. I'm not gonna purchase it, but that's just my negative take. I'm gonna say my 2 cents, and then I would hand it off to Megabyte, and then we will just kind of like come together on this game. But GTA 6, one of the biggest games of this year, of this decade, of this century. I think even bigger than GTA 5. I'm truly excited for this game. I think uh having such a big massive game come out around this time frame where the world is literally on fire is really good. Is really good. We need something like that. I think it's something that everyone needs right now. I can really say that I'm really a huge fan of GTA as a whole. I played all of them very late, but that's because I wasn't of age when it first came out, and I think my first one was GTA 5 because my dad bought it for me, snuck it, didn't tell my mom, and I had to be like 14 at the time, way below the age requirement, but I loved it and I fell in love, and I played San Andreas, I played 3, I played Vice City, I played all of them. I even played that weird one that was on DS, the Chinatown Wars, something like that. But spent a lot of time in GTA 5, a little bit on GTA Online, and I am truly excited for the next installment. It looks amazing. I'm hype. Pre-order guaranteed unless they throw that $100 price tag on it. Pre-order guaranteed, because I know Rockstar, they're very, very detailed. They optimize their games. There is like a few minor bugs, but I mean that's gaming as a whole.
For you.
Yeah, so that's gaming as a whole, so not worried about it, but I'm super duper excited for it. What are your thoughts on GTA 6?
I'm looking forward to it as well. I'm pretty excited. Again, hopefully it's not $100. You know, because $100. Look, $100 for a base game is crazy, but again, a lot of people have been looking forward to GTA 6, so unfortunately, it probably is going to be $100 at the start. On top of which, too, I've noticed with GTA 6, they keep pushing GTA 6 back. I feel like they're going to push GTA 6 back until the PS6 is released. So that's why I'm not even trying to get my hopes up about GTA 6 coming back this year. They probably going to postpone it again until PS6 is finally out.
You know, I like 50-50 agree with you. On one hand, I feel like it would be really smart to release something at the start of the console cycle for once, because GTA 5 came out at the end of the PS3 and the Xbox 360 cycle, but I think that would be really smart for them to do that if they were to do, that time frame. But on the other hand, they did confirm recently, like he was like, we're gonna do the Take-Two Interactive CEO said that they're gonna push for summer marketing, hardcore. They already got the money made for it. They already got the promo ready for it, and they locked in for November 19th. But at the same time, things can change. Although I will say, with the track record of Red Dead 2 and how that was released and delayed, it was delayed 3 times, then finally released, which is the same track record we're at with GTA 6. So I don't really know, but we will see. But yeah, that $100 price tag, we ain't doing that.
Yeah,
we not doing that at all. At all. I'm going to be streaming it when it comes out. I'm not too sure if Megabyte will. Not too sure.
No, I am.
Oh, you are?
Definitely am.
Shoot. So listen, we're both going to be streaming it. Y'all better be watching us and double stream, double watch. We'll probably come back on the podcast around that time to talk about it. While we have our individual streams, but we'll come back on the podcast to discuss it and our experiences with it. I know I'm already going to put in my PTO.
We'll pay time off. We gotta discuss it.
I don't know, man. I can't. By the way, I am like a little bit sick at the moment. Not like heavily sick, but I do have a little bit of cold, so that's why I sound a little weird. And I'm sniffling a lot, so not too much on me.
Hope you feel better.
Thanks. But yeah, like I think this will be the generational game. Will it save gaming? No, we need another game to do that. I think this is just more of the same. But it's just because of we waited so long for it that it's just a huge stake in gaming. But it won't change gaming. It won't change the landscape for gaming of what we need, what we really need from gaming. But we'll have to see. Time will tell. Time will fucking tell. That's it from me. That is it from me. What you got going on over there?
So I've been looking at the PlayStation 6, like when it was like expected to come out. They're saying between late 2027 to 2030 at max, but it's looking more towards like 2027, 2028. So if they were to delay GTA 6 one last time and they release it in 2027, I can definitely see that window.
That's very possible. But you know what? I wouldn't see it. When was the PS5 first announced? Let me see.
Let's see.
First announcement.
I know it was released in 2020.
Oh shit! It was announced in 2019. Okay, so wait, hold on. You might be on to something. Let me put my tinfoil hat on. You might be on to something because I'm looking at it. If the PS5 was released around 2025, I mean, announced at 2019, released in 2020. It's very possible if they were to like release the PS6 in late 2027, going into 2028 or early 2028. It could be delayed one more time.
Yeah, because they're trying to put it. I'm almost certainly trying to put it on that that PlayStation 6 console.
But my thing is GTA 6 coming out on PC day one, or is that like are they waiting?
I'm not sure, but something else I was hearing, like a rumor, is that they're trying to put it on Nintendo Switch too.
I've heard that rumor.
And I don't know how that's possible, because have you seen the Switch?
But my thing is, okay, I've seen a couple games run on Switch. It's not that bad. I'm not saying, is it like the best way to play? No, obviously, it's literally the PS4. But some games are running there. Like if you see Pragmata, the demo was running on the Switch too, and it's not like 1-to-1 of what the PC and the PS5 are doing, but it looks substantial to play on the Switch. Which I meant, if they could, they would. Would it would it be the best way to play GTA 6? No, but it's possible. But we'll have to wait and see about that. We'll have to wait and see about that. Let me look up GTA 6 PC. Is there any? They've only said PS5 and Xbox Series X. Nothing about PC. That makes me wonder. You think, okay, I feel like when this next trailer comes out, I feel like they're going to say that it's PC day one.
Yeah, it will make sense because they know how many people, like, it's probably going to be PC day one because you know how many people love to play GTA RP?
And they already signed with 5M to do their own role play. So yeah, it's very possible. I definitely think that they're going to look at it as like, oh, well, we already signed this deal with 5M. We want to do this role play, but who would do it on a console? So we would have to do PC day one. And I think that's why that's the reason why these delays happened.
Yeah.
They were trying to get it optimized on PC. As we know, getting optimized on PC is way much harder than getting it optimized on a console. So I definitely think that that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see because I feel like this next trailer is gonna, like they said, the big promo time is the summer, so we have to wait till the summer to see what's going on. But my guess is that when that next trailer comes out, PC day one, and that would drive everyone crazy. Everyone will lose their mind, including me, because I'm playing on PC. I don't want to play on my PS5. I do not want to play on my PS5. But yeah, if you have nothing else to add, I certainly don't. I'm done. that will conclude our second episode. Well, technically your first episode, my second episode. How was your first day?
I loved it.
Any notes?
Definitely loved it. It was fun.
That's good. So guys, we're gonna keep this going. We're gonna keep trying to push this podcast a little bit further. We're gonna try to get this, because I think there's some things I want to fix, but I won't speak on it now. There's some things I want to fix as far as like how this setup is, but we'll get that together. But yeah, other than that, I'm done. Why don't you plug your stuff right there, Megabyte, and then I'll plug my stuff. We'll get out of here.
All right, so you guys can follow me on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, those type of streaming platforms. You know, my username is MegaByteMegan everywhere. So even if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and like my stream schedule is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, excuse me, from 4:15 p.m. I try to stream around like the 3 or 4 hour mark. But yeah, we just play a variety of games on my channel. We be having lots of fun. I do play with viewers as well. But yeah, it's just a vibe at my stream.
Okay, dokie, and y'all better go follow her. If y'all don't, I will hunt y'all down. Don't do my co-host dirty. I will
Don't eat y'all fries.
I will mess y'all up, and I will make it purposely that GTA will be $100. Just because y'all didn't
don't do that.
Y'all can't show love, then y'all ain't getting GTA 6.
GTA 6 out there.
But yeah, like I said in the beginning, guys, like, comment, and subscribe on over here. Y'all know how we do. We trying to get to 500 subs by the end of this year. Actually, by the end of this season. Technically. We've been doing well. We've been steadily gaining. So please do that. Hit that post notification bell so you guys always know when I upload. And thank you guys for tuning in for the second episode of the Alchemy-Chan show podcast. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.